8th Standard Mathematics, Chapter 17, Circles and Chord. Circles, Chord and Arc, Module 2. In this video, we'll study properties of arc and we will solve the exercise sums based on these properties. Let us see what is arc of a circle or arc corresponding to the chord of a circle. First, we should know that a chord divides a circle into two parts. Okay, so if in this figure, if you see chord AB is dividing my circle into two different parts. So first is the upper part and then is the part which is below it. So this chord or any chord will divide your circle into two parts. Now, the bigger part is called as a major arc. So the definition of major arc, the arc bigger than a semicircle is called as a major arc. In this case, if you see AYB is the major arc. And the next definition, if you see, the arc smaller than the semicircle will be called as a minor arc. And in this figure, AXB is the minor arc. Note one thing that to represent the arc, we use a three-letter representation. Hence, here AYB is a major arc and AXB is a minor arc. Any one of these two parts and the common point of the circle and the secant constitute an arc of the circle. So these are arc of the circle. The point of intersection of circle and the secant are called as the end points of the arc. So in this case, if you look at major arc AYB, A and B are called as the end point. Similarly, in the minor arc AXB, A and B are called as the end points of the minor arc. Let us next see what is congruent arcs. If the measure of two arcs of a circle are same, then the two arcs are called congruent. In this figure, if you see in the circle with center O, measure of angle AOB is same as measure angle COD. So these angles are equal. Now these angles are also called as central angles, reason being angles formed at the center of the circle. So I'll rephrase it and we can say that the central angle AOB is same as central angle COD. Now, if you see the arcs corresponding to this angle, so the arc corresponding to angle AOB is arc AXB, and arc corresponding to the angle COD is arc CYD. So these arcs will also be congruent to each other because their central angles or their angles are the same. So I can say that arc AXB is congruent to arc CYD. Next, we'll see a very important property. It says if arcs are congruent, then their corresponding chords are also congruent. For a simple example, look at this figure. And in this figure, the arc AXB is congruent to arc CYD. Now, these two arcs are congruent. If you observe this figure, corresponding to arc AXB is the chord AB and corresponding to the arc CYD is the chord CD. Now, since the arcs are congruent, their corresponding chords will also be congruent. So from here, we can simply conclude that chord AB will be congruent to chord CD. Next property is see when two chords of a circle are congruent, then their corresponding arcs are also congruent. This property is the complete opposite of the property that we studied before. If you observe this figure, in this figure, chord DE is congruent to chord AB. Now these two chords are congruent to each other. Now if you note the arc which is corresponding to chord DE is arc DE and the chord For chord AB, arc corresponding to it is arc AB. Note one thing, that we can use a two-letter notation also to denote an arc. Since the chord DE and chord AB are congruent, their corresponding arcs, that is arc DE and arc AB, will also be congruent. Keep in mind these two very important theorems, as they are very important properties which will be used in your subsequent classes as well. Now let us start with practice set 17.2. First question says, the diameter PQ and RS of the circle with center C are perpendicular to each other. So if you see the figure, PQ and RS are diameters of the circle and they are perpendicular to each other. That is, they meet at point C. So they form a right angle. State why arc PS and arc SQ are congruent. So you have to say that why PS and SQ are congruent to each other. Also, you have to write the other arcs which are congruent to arc PS. Let us start with the solution. PQ is perpendicular to RS. So angle PCS and angle QCS, they form a 90-degree angle. Arc PS will be congruent to arc QS. The reason being, we just studied the first property which said if the central angles or if the angles are equal, then their corresponding arcs will also be equal. So angle PCS is 90 degree and angle QCS is also 90 degree, and corresponding to angle PCS is arc PS and corresponding to angle QCS is arc QS. So simply we can state that arc PS will be equal to arc QS. We know that if the measure of two arcs of a circle are same, then the two arcs are congruent. Similarly, if you see angle PCR will be 90 degree, also angle RCQ will be 90 degree. So arc RP and arc RQ, both of them will be congruent to arc PS. So we can conclude similarly arc PS is congruent to arc PR and that is congruent to arc RQ because all of them measure the central angle to be 90 degree and their corresponding arcs will be congruent. Let us do question number 2. In the adjoining figure, O is the center of the circle whose diameter is Mn. Measure of some central angles are given in the figure. Find the following. I'll repeat, central angle is the angle which is formed at the center of the circle. So first we have to find out measure of angle AOB and measure of angle COD. Now if you look at the figure, AOB is here and angle COD is here. Let's start with the solution. MN is the diameter of the circle with center O and angle MOA plus angle AOB plus angle BON will be 180 degree. The reason being MN is a diameter and entire circle measures 360 degree. So a diameter will divide your circle into two halves, which will be called as a semicircle. And we know the measure of a semicircle is 180 degree. Hence the reason that these all angles measure up to 180 degree. Now we'll substitute MOA, that is 100 degree, which is given in the figure, and BON, that is 35 degree, which is also given in the figure. Arranging this and simplifying it, we get angle AOB to be 180 degree minus 100 degree minus 35 degree, which is 45 degree. Similarly, we can say that angle COD will be 45 degree because it's the same thing. Second one, we have to show that arc AB is congruent to arc CD. Now here we can use a simple property that the angles are the same. Angle AOB is same or equal to angle COD. Both of them are 45 degree. So their corresponding arcs will also be congruent to each other. Hence, arc AB will be congruent to arc CD. Third one, if you see, we show the chord AB is congruent to chord CD. Now here we can use a simple property. If the arcs are equal, then their corresponding chords will also be equal or congruent. So we have shown that arc AB is congruent to arc CD. Corresponding to arc AB is the chord AB, and corresponding to the arc CD is the chord CD. So arc AB is congruent to arc CD. So by the simple property, if the arcs are equal or if the arcs are congruent, their chords will also be congruent. So chord AB will be congruent to chord CD. Thank you. That's all for this video.